Okay, so now I just want to briefly go over how to have two different plots in one figure here. So one way that we could do this, let's say I just literally want to plot sine and cosine in the same figure here. So I'll get rid of this title. We'll say y equals sine x and y equals cosine x. I can come up here and then do ax dot plot x and then np dot cosine np dot pi times x, and I probably want to have it a different color. Let's say color equals black, or let's say maroon. And when I run this, I'm going to have two different curves on the same thing here. But let's say I want one plot with cosine, and let me show you one other thing. I can also do line style. Let's say I want dashes, so I can do dashes for the maroon one, and I can go do something like this. Okay, but let's say I want two actual plots, one with the sine curve, one with the cosine curve. Well, you might notice there's this new argument 1 here. So what this is saying is it wants a grid of axes, a grid of figures like this, a 1-by-1 grid. So let's say I want to stack it so that I have a plot here and a plot here. So I want there to be 2 rows and 1 column. So now I'm going to do 2, 1, and I don't want the cosine thing there anymore. So I'm going to take this away. And now when I run this, there's going to be a problem. So if I run this, the problem, okay, this has no numpy.nd array has no attribute plot. Okay, so right here, it's saying AX is now not an axis like I thought it was before. In the previous ones, it's a numpy array. So now what's happening is what this subplots is returning is a set of 2 axes, one for the top row, one for the bottom row. So now I need to index that. So AX now is an array. The 0th index is going to correspond to the top plot. So I'll have something like this. And then when I run the code, I'm going to get a top plot here. Okay, so it's now no longer cosine, so let me take that away. And then I have nothing on the bottom plot because I haven't put anything on the bottom plot. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to do the next index is going to be ax.1 plot x and then np.cosine np pi times x. And then I'll do this. So I can just copy some of this, right? Do some copying and pasting. Copying and pasting too much is also a sign that you've done something wrong. So cosine and then ax1 dot grid true. And then when I run this code, I should get a cosine graph here. Okay, so let me run this code, and that's exactly what I get, a cosine graph. Okay, so that's it for today's videos. On Wednesday, when I make videos, I'm going to show you more about program control, if statements, if-then statements, for statements, iteration, things like that. But that's all for the videos that I'll do today. And also try to get an assignment up. It's going to be due next Wednesday. By Wednesday is when I'll have it.